85, 86. If you've never seen Fishbone, they're basically a punk, ska, reggae, New Orleans horror band that just, they're from LA and they absolutely bring it. Oh my God. It's so great to see those guys coming around again and playing because they are phenomenal. And they have a very long history with Jane's Addiction, so it really made sense to bring them in. So that was another classic 4-show weekend. And part of me is a little upset with myself that I didn't go Friday night, but you can't do it all. We're at 19 performances, including the late night shows, the really, really late night shows, the regular shows, and May really looks to be a phenomenal month coming up here. We got a no-cover, show with Oregon, who are phenomenal. That's this Friday and Saturday night. The following week, Dumpsta Funk and the Soul Rebels, some more New Orleans, great jam band stuff going on. There's 4 performances of each one of those bands. And then the last weekend of the month is the Tedeschi Trucks Band with Soul Live coming back to be playing with them. So, May's just going to be another phenomenal month. And looking at the calendar, pretty much every one of my Saturday nights is busy coming down here.
Wow. And you said this place has been packed, right? And some of those shows?
Some of the shows, the Jane's Addiction show on Saturday night was packed to the rafters and the energy level was off the charts.
Wow.
It's, I believe that and the Phil Lesh Saturday show are the only 2 sold out shows that I've attended here. And even when it's sold out, you can still you find yourself a place, you got a lot of room. Because I dance with the Lunatic, I require a pretty sizable amount of space. And even the sold out shows, because of the layout and the way the floor progresses back and steps up to the back bar, and in that little section in there by the bowling alley, there's still a lot of room for people to get down and get funky. So it's really just, I can't say enough about this place. It's everything somebody like me who grew up in New Jersey and lived in New York City and spent their youth in New York going to live music and through college going to live music and clubs. This truly is taking a place like New York or Chicago or San Francisco, taking a bunch of those clubs, balling them up into one, throwing them out there on the Las Vegas Strip with a killer restaurant to boot and bowling alleys as well.
Wow, so it's really changed the whole paradigm of like live music then, in a way, in Vegas. I mean, Vegas has a lot of amazing shows and performances, but this is like one more genre or one more scene, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm proud to say I've been to a minimum of 300 shows, and I think it's probably closer to 400 since I've lived in Vegas for 15 years.
Wow.
And this, in my opinion, is by far the best place to see a show from a sound standpoint and from an energy level standpoint and just from a hip standpoint. I personally just do not think there's a better place. And I'm not taking away from the other places. They're all great, but this place with the vibe and the energy level and the performers and the people that they're booking here, for people that are into dancing and just going wild and letting it all hang out, I think it's unmatched. And I feel incredibly fortunate to be in Vegas at this time, knowing that a fellow Deadhead opened this place, and somebody who loves the same kind of music that I love, to actually be here and be able to experience it. I can't see myself being here less than at least another 30 or 40 times this year.
Wow, that's fantastic, man. I mean, you got me thinking about all these shows, and when I'm gonna come down and check it out now, and it's great.
It's just there's just nothing like it. From a food standpoint, I'm gonna give serious props to the Knishes because I am a East Coast Jew and I take my Knishes seriously. And these are some phenomenal Knishes.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that the other day at the store.
Yeah,
you know how they really make the traditional ones, right?
This is the true Jewish grandmother Knish that melts in your mouth and the flaky pastry, unbelievable. I've had a lot of the other stuff here, but I do not eat meat or chicken. I do eat fish, so I can't speak to the fried chicken, but all of my buddies who've had it say it's to die for.
I've had friends who say that it's pretty amazing too.
So yeah. But everything, the service, the staff, everybody's attitude, just phenomenal. I have nothing but positive things to say. I had a couple ticketing things that I needed worked out, resolved in seconds. Yeah, Peter hired a really, really great staff here, and I couldn't be more thrilled with every single aspect of this place.
Yeah, I've just heard continually positive things, which is why I came down. I was initially sold just the fact that the bowling lanes had leather couches to sit on, and then there's like 100 other positives to this place. So, well, cool, Barry. Is there any other thing we should throw in that you can think about? I mean, you gave us a very nice overview.
If you haven't been to the Brooklyn Bowl, you're doing yourself a disservice. You always want to live in the present and live your life and throw down and let it all hang out. This is the perfect place to do it in Vegas. Food, music, and good times. How could you go wrong?
Thanks, Barry. Appreciate it, man.
Thank
Cheers.
you.